Okay, greetings Patriots, Starseeds, Lightworkers. This is Alex West, and I'm reporting from somewhere in the central Philippines. Now, I wanted to try this Q&A because a lot of people got a lot of questions, and some of these questions are kind of off base in the negative form. So I just want to kind of, give you my perspective and my, try to answer some of this stuff. Maybe it'll clarify things for you. Anyways, Patricia, and I'm going to try to do this on a daily basis. Like what I'll do is I'll do my videos and video updates that come from military news. Okay, I get most of it from military news. It could be from different sources, Michael J. Cole. I mean, it's all public information. It's all out there. You just gotta pay attention and do your own research on it. Okay, so here we go. Patricia says, no man has control over these times, only God. And that's very, very true. But this world that we're going into is free will. Okay? Nobody's forcing anybody to do anything. You make your choice. All choices are decided by you and you alone, or you and your spirit guide. Okay? That is basically it. So there will be nobody controlling you. The QFS is not CBDC. The CBDC was a digital power play, banking power play, to connect you and to enslave you through their digital apparatus. Okay? The QFS has its own thinking apparatus. Okay? So it's only you, the QFS, and God that know the interior of your financial affairs. Okay? So I totally agree with you, Patricia, on that one. All right? But like I said, this is free will for everybody. Nobody has control over anybody. Okay? And Buck 888, aliens are demons. Now, some are, okay? But we have thousands of different species out there, and it's like any species. I mean, look how many bad demons we have in our species. I mean, and I'm going to go into this a little bit because we're dealing with, the demons that have enslaved us for more than 10,000 years, maybe longer. And a lot of them, maybe more than half of what we claim to be on this planet, in this ecosystem that we live in, right? So, something like this here, yes, every species has demons. Every species has bad actors in it, okay? We can go to, and I can go down the list, but there's a lot of good species out there, such as ourselves, in human form, that are very, very good, are patriots, and are out there to try and help others and do good as what they are meant to do through God. Okay, Julie, we don't want digital currency. Okay, either do I. But digital currency, QFS, is a form of digital, but it's in your phone. Okay, it's not going to be on your. Now, there's two different types of form. Everybody's getting mixed up here. Okay, your old phones, which is your Androids and your Apples and stuff like that, that is all part of the matrix. That was all designed by the matrix. Okay, the Q phones that are coming out, the Tesla phones, are all going to be done by Starlink. Okay, no, and they're all encrypted. Okay, so you have your own encryption based on your frequency to match up with that phone. Nobody can get into it. It's basically incorruptible. Okay, so you're not going to be dealing with you're going to see your digits on there, and you can pull your money out at any time and do what you want with it. But like I says, everything's going to be monitored Okay, so if I mean, there will be no more casinos around. There's going to be no more stock market around, so you don't do stupid shit, right? So you're going to be able to, but if you start doing nefarious operations with your money, that money, every gold-backed currency that's out there in this new post-EBS, new quantum financial system, is monitored. It has, it can be documented. It's encrypted, okay? So if there's any bullshit going on, you're going to get shut down. That's the way they'll shut you down. So in the Matrix, when you did bad things, you got rewarded for it. In the QFS, or post-Matrix, going into the QFS, the golden years, when you do good things, you'll be rewarded for it. You do bad things, you'll be cut off. And that's how that's going to be played out. Okay, now, Jane, hope this includes Australia. Too many traders here. Listen, I understand what you're saying, Jane, but we have too many traders everywhere. Canada, United States, Philippines, where I'm at, they're all over the world, okay? And they will be cleaned out. They're going to be cleaned out one at a time, 10 at a time, 100 at a time. They're taking them down, and we're going in the right direction, so we have to stay positive on that, okay? And Australia will be included once the United States get themselves cleaned up and organized, and and they are definitely working on it right now. And what I mean by that is that because we don't see what's going on, doesn't mean it's not happening, okay? This is a covert war, a 21st century war for your mind. So we're not going to sit there and post it on CBS News at night at 6 o'clock to let the world know what they did that day. It's just, this is a whole different war. This is Trump's tactics. We're going into a whole different control system, and the last thing they want to do is let the enemy know what the hell they're up to. Okay. David says G7, or he said the Commonwealth countries, but I call them the G7, are under the same false flags. Well, a false flag is when something happens, such as an explosion on a building or along that line. That's a false flag. But I do know what you mean. G7 are under the cabal's rule. Yes, they are. But the United States Republic is not dealing with that stuff right now, and not dealing with them. They are basically destroying themselves, okay? They're destroying themselves, as you can witness through what's happening in England and France and Germany, and they're just letting the Democrats destroy, and the libtards destroy these countries such as Canada, and they're just going to let them destroy themselves until they can get to them. People are sick of it, yes. But we're going to, the G7 countries, or the Western societies, are the ones that will suffer the longest, because they will have the controlling cabal there the longest until they're cleaned up, okay? So first and foremost is the priority is the United States Republic, okay? From there, these other countries will basically disintegrate, and they're useless right now. They have no money, they have no assets, and whatever's happening, they might have to come out of it organically or not. But no matter what, in time, these countries will rebuild, okay? Now, 9. J5D67, is this before or after Trump stops bending over for BB? Okay, I'm going to let everybody know, and especially J5D here. This is a covert operation, and I've said this many times before. Trump plays his hands totally different than the average dog, okay? He is a New York contractor, and he's dealt with the mafia levels his whole life through all these different constructions. I can relate to that because I've been a structural engineer since 1975. Okay, I understand. But I am retired now, but I do understand and know the way his brain thinks. And you got to bring your enemies in close and befriend them, and to understand and get to know where their weaknesses are. Then you go in there for the kill. That's the way it's always been. Maybe you should watch Godfather 1, 2, and 3, and so you can understand the game a little bit better. Now, Kiki Jet Star. Med beds are for 3D and 4D. If you are 5D, you can self-heal. Well, that's great, but I'm going to tell you something, Kiki. The med beds are for everyone, okay? Now, if you have negative horse shit in your life and you're doing negative stuff and you're just thinking this is not going to work, no, it's not going to work. You have to have a positive mindset in order to go in these things and want to heal. It has to come somewhere, has to come from here too, right? Okay, but 5D people that are working at 5D still have issues. Their mindset might be in a 5D form. They might be able to do a lot of things, and they're wanting out there to do these godly things for other people. That's very good, but they might have some physical issues that they don't even know about. They will go also into the med bed. Everybody has a shot at it, okay? Everybody. Whether it works on them, who knows? That's a different story. Perry, been trusting this plan for 6 years. Well, okay, Perry, I've been trusting this plan since 9/11. That's going on 26 years now, okay? So, and I want to just say something about this to everybody, okay? This is as clear as I can get it. There has been an enslaved movement. We have been quarantined on this planet, not able to do anything. We've been enslaved and money stolen from us ever before the Roman days, before the Egyptian days. I mean, they killed Jesus Christ because he was trying to give to the people. They've been killing God's bloodline forever, okay? I want everybody to understand that this has been going on for 100,000 years, maybe longer. And the fact of the matter is, you're not just going to take out, they've infested the planet for maybe more than half of the population are into the corruption and part of the scenario. All created by the Anunnaki, which was in line with the Khazarian mafias and the Jesuit banksters. They created the whole matrix. Everything that we see around us is part of the matrix. This whole fucking system has to come down. Everything has to come down. And we have to understand, this shit can't happen by having one guy come in 2016 and then change it and have it all changed. Now, he's been doing miraculous shit since 2016, and nobody else could have done the job that he's done. But this, however long it takes, you have to remember one thing: we're going in the right direction. Okay, Trailblazer, where are you getting your info from? I hear 5G towers are coming down and people have no internet. Yes, maybe so. Okay, it's coming down, but they're going to be Starlink is going to be put in their place, and because those towers are coming down in those certain areas, they might be out of communication for a bit, but they will be coming up and having Starlink communications active in that area type thing. This is something that's just not going to happen, by the whole planet. I don't know how this is going to play out, okay? But I'll tell you one thing. My info comes from the military, okay? And I'm going to have to carry on with my Q&A because my 15 minutes are up. We'll talk to you on the next one.